Y'all, I got a conspiracy theory. Kevin Hart did an interview where they talked to him about the pressures of being a comedian and different things that they may ask him to do.
Great comedian said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you wouldn't do, for
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Basically, Kevin Hart said that he would never wear a dress because he knows himself. And he has boundaries and limits that he refuses to cross. He just said different things that will probably look bad on his career or make him look funny. He just refrains from doing.
Yeah. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So, protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
But yeah, before Kevin Hart did his interview, Dave Chappelle went on a talk show and basically talked about the pressures of people trying to put him in a dress.
This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in a trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. So the writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on, and what? A prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. The pressure comes in. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny.
Even though he wasn't comfortable doing it and he felt like I don't need a dress to be funny. The producers kept prodding him.
Oh, gosh, this guy's so difficult. They leave. Now the producers comes, come on, David, would be so great.
And once they saw he wasn't going to wear the dress, they wrote a whole new script, which I feel like they already had the script there in case he said no.
Fine. Think of something else. Guy comes back 10 minutes later. The whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
And Dave Chappelle was talking about how this was a conspiracy theory as well. He said he sees a lot of black men who face that same thing in Hollywood where they just want to get them in a dress so bad.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
Later on, Kevin Hart was actually faced with the dress fiasco that we talked about earlier. And just like they told Dave Chappelle, they told him, it's gonna be so funny, Kevin. It's gonna be so hilarious. You should do it.
When proposed with the opportunity of what I felt was funny, I thought, oh, that's funny, I'm gonna do it.
And y'all, it was an SNL sketch. I guess he was pretending to be like a princess or something.
The new pope is not Turkson. The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee, Kavashane Wallace.
Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Y'all, I watched that SNL sketch. It was not funny at all. I'm like, what? Why did they tell him this would be funny? But he basically went back on his boundaries and everything that he said before because they kept prodding at him and telling him this would be funny. And I'm sure money reasons also fed into it. But you also got to think, I don't think Kevin Hart is as big as Dave Chappelle. Like, I'm sure Dave Chappelle can say no. I'm not sure if Kevin Hart was at a space in his career where he could have said no or where he maybe felt like, oh, I need to do this, or they made him feel like, oh, you need to do this. But like Dave Chappelle said, why do you want all these black men in dresses? Specifically funny African-American men. One thing about African-American men who are comedians, they are well respected in the community because they're funny.
I don't give a fuck what you say. White people are friendly. You can call them motherfuckers up at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. They just, hello? No, I'm sorry, no Shaquita here. Well, what number did you dial? No, it's a 9, not a 7. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, call me back. We'll figure this thing out.
You think I'm crazy all you want. I'm willing to bet y'all any amount of money right now. If y'all walk outside after this show and a bum come up to you and flick your lip, bet money you kill yourself tonight.
I feel like what black people honor a lot is humor, and a lot of us are funny. And when you're respected in a community for doing a certain thing or being a certain kind of person, it is going to be certain kind of people that try to bring you down. And people who want you to go against your morals and beliefs for a few laughs. Y'all, let's talk about Medea.
Be careful.
And Big Mama.
Not in Big Mama's house.
And Shanae.
I be cracking myself so up.
Like, what are they? Let's talk about it. What are Big Mama, Medea, and Shanae? They are black men portraying themselves to be black women. Like, it only makes sense that you have black men playing these parts of black women because black women are seen as more manly compared to any other ethnicity. I don't know too much about Shanae and not too much about Big Mama either. But y'all, I feel like we all grew up on Medea for real. And Medea is supposed to be like a tough, street smart African American woman. Why she gotta be from the streets and tough and violent sometimes? Not even adding in the fact that this tough, crazy acting, crazy talking African American is played by a whole man because black women are seen as manly, right? I feel like what people don't understand, and is what my conspiracy theory kind of circles around, is that the dress fiasco works in two ways to target the African American community. I feel like they take these respected comedians who are respected in the African American community for telling these jokes, for being funny, for having morals, for just being them. And they tell them that this is something that they have to do and something that they need to do, knowing that these comedians will earn less respect from their community once they portray themselves in this way. Because I know it's going to be some people like, oh, no, Kevin Hart done put on a dress. I'm not watching him no more. He ain't funny no more than me. Because we definitely have people like that, and a lot of people like that in the African American community who will see them as less respected if they put on a dress or if they portray themselves to be a woman, which is a whole nother topic on itself. I feel like also them agreeing to do it only furthers the market of humiliating black women. Because like my whole thing is like, why would it be so funny, unless you thought it was true, that this lady's so tough and so ghetto and so from the hood? Like, why would it be funny and so manly? Why would it be so funny if it wasn't true? That African American women look like men, that we act crazy, that we violent and we wear bad wigs. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Tyler Perry. Like Dave Chappelle said, it's a conspiracy theory here. They convince these well-respected African-American men that they should depict themselves as African-American women, basically humiliating African-American women in front of everybody, for everybody to see. They're basically convincing them that if they do this, it will advance their career or put more money in their pockets or make more people see them, more eyes on them and everything. When in turn, it probably does the exact opposite. I feel like with the advancing career thing, it doesn't advance your career to dress like a woman. Like, why would it? I feel like only a money hungry person could convince you that, oh my God, you wear this dress is gonna be so funny, everybody's gonna see it, they're gonna love it, they're gonna love you. Like, what? Get out my face. Get out my face. If anything, not people looking at you funny like, why he wear that dress? It's videos on YouTube talk about Kevin Hart Illuminati. He put on the dress after he said he wouldn't. I'm like, I definitely would not say Illuminati. I would say you can see a man who said what his boundaries were, then he went back on his boundaries. Sad. And it like not only does the opposite of advancing your career, but now you've contributed to like the bad stereotype of African American women. Shame. Yeah, I wanted to share that little conspiracy theory with y'all because I thought it was interesting. I'm like, why they want all these niggas in the dress? Anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe. You don't know how many perks I had to pop to make this video. Y'all already know we on demon time because we back with it, back at it, doing it big. Yeah. Bye. Camera finna die.